So, the topic for today, as titillating as it sounds, does masturbation affect social interactions? Now, obviously, since we're men, we can only speak from a man's point of view,
Right.
the androcentric view. We can only speak from that perspective. We can't speak for the ladies, but we can speak for men, you know, and what we see, what we think, our own personal, you know, je ne sais quoi as far as the shit goes.
It's a reflection from a couple people who have some good thoughts on things, and it's nice to have a different point of view on stuff.
So let me start off with this. Have you ever heard of the term no fap?
I've heard it.
You've heard it, so do you know what it means?
I don't think I do.
Yeah. So basically, no fap is a term, and it's generally related to men, even though women can be considered to do no fap, and it just means no masturbation.
Yeah, you're right.
Now there's channel, yeah. So the fapping is the masturbation sound, I guess, from a man's point of view.
So it's a sound effect now.
Yes,
All
exactly.
Right.
So think about it like this. So there's like dozens and dozens, maybe hundreds to 1,000 videos online with people talking about the benefits of no fap. And it's like, it makes me more attracted to my wife, you know, like, yeah, no, listen to this
what?
shit.
Say fuck that.
No, you can definitely say, well, you know, so it makes certain men feel more attracted, you know, I guess in their perspective, and I don't know because I'm not in these guys' heads, but it makes men more attracted to women. It apparently boosts testosterone. It's a bunch of different things, you know, that goes into, you know, the benefits of not masturbating.
It will eventually lead to being with the person you want to be with?
Hopefully, if the guy's got game, because if dude's got no game, or, you know, he doesn't have a fancy ride, he may not still be able to get the chick.
Exactly.
He might have to go back to fapping.
I mean, this fapping stuff, you know, fapping only. Actually, if you really start thinking about it, it's almost like, you know,
girls fap, but I think it's called a FIP.
Yeah. That's a good one. I should have expected that.
Holy shit.
It sounds like it's an excuse for just being maybe possibly a little frightened of girls or commitment stuff. I mean, it takes a big commitment just to be with a woman, either, you know, long take or even marry. It doesn't happen really easy, you know?
So I don't really generally have what they call approach anxiety. Like if I see a woman that I want to talk to, I can generally go talk to her. Like I don't get the negative self-talk in my head, like, oh shit, don't talk to her now, you know, like
I don't either. I don't either. Because I find some of the greatest things that could happen out of the unscheduled appointment that you have.
Yes.
When you meet somebody and talk, it blows away. I mean, you deal with the public a little less than I do, but you still reach out to the public.
Yes.
You, on your other job, you're reaching out to them all the time when they pull up in the morning. And then I've got, obviously, in the store here, I mean, so many people who just like to hear us talk and they enjoy what we have to say. And, you know, we're not the world's most PC location, and I'm not upset about that at all. But when it comes to talking about women and all these different things,
everybody's got an opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion,
correct.
and it's never going to be anything like crazy.
But how can you really be scared of a woman? Is all I'm just trying to get at. I mean, it kind of blows
no,
me away
when you're like a younger dude, when you're like 17, and I guess for dudes that don't have because here's the thing, what breeds confidence? The idea of being competent at doing something.
Sure.
You're going to have confidence in it.
But you learn your confidence. It doesn't come out of the blue.
Yeah, but it's easier for something that's not, like, when you have to talk to a woman and you're already attracted to her, and this is where I think a lot of it stems from, and this is where I think that I get away with it, is when I talk to a woman, I don't feel like I want something from her. I don't feel like I'm taking something like, oh, I want to get in her pants. Like, I try to keep those thoughts out of my mind and try to just be in the moment and just talk to a woman like, okay, this is a beautiful woman.
Well, that's why you're so outgoing with a lot of people. A lot of
yes,
people,
I don't have an agenda.
People,
so I feel like
a lot
dudes...
of people told me that they just love talking to you. You're just a friendly guy, you know?
Oh, I appreciate that. I feel like dudes, they feel like they have an agenda. And it's not in a...
So like a wham bam thank you ma'am agenda?
Not even in a bad way, but I think a lot of men just feel guilty for wanting the sex. You know, like,
that's too much religion, man.
No, that's not. No,
people let that shit get in the way all the time, man.
No. It's just like I said, it's the emotional aspect of it. Like I think a lot of dudes just feel like, you know, like I do like you as a person, but like I'm horny, you know, like, and that's what's driving me to actually. That's what's motivating me to talk to you, you know.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know.
Because even think about this: if you're fapping, if you're masturbating all the time, you're not gonna be as horny. So there's there's a level of like attraction and arousal that you need.
Depends on what you're fapping to, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you're doing it because you're aroused, right?
Yes.
You're not doing it because you want to work on your forearm.
Yeah.
It's not just for fucking getting muscles.
I'm piped up.
This part here is like you can tell I'm a right-handed guy. Right? So anyway, but anyway, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I think one thing for sure is
man, it's natural.
Yeah,
Dr. Roof said it.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to.
Everybody should do the masturbation.
I
don't know. Is she?
She popped up. Well, not on a regular show. I think she popped up and there was like a cliche. There's Roof.
Good for her.
She's talking. Yeah, she was funny. She knew about her sex.
Yeah.
Little lady, didn't she? But the bottom line of all this is about like when male and female come together and what ends up happening. That's the key to the whole subject, really. It's like, whoever, our creator, whatever that might be,
okay.
We all get an opportunity to have an open window to the building blocks of life for a specific moment when, like, I know it sounds kind of like hokey shit.
Oh, you're talking about actual insemination. You're talking about knocking her up.
Yeah, well, before that, we're talking about more or less different aspects of fapping.
No, absolutely.
But getting to the actual fact of what you're actually doing when you're actually having sex is,
yes.
It's like you get your little pass card where when you're there, it's about to happen. Everything builds up. You feel it in your ears. You get sweaty. You get
absolutely
tingly.
Trembling. Yep. Heart rate's up.
Sudden,
breath is shallow.
Yeah, like a fucking black hole opens up, so to speak, and you're in another dimension.
Yeah.
It's like a time zone. You're going warp speed.
Yeah.
Right? It happens. Boom, 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 and all of a sudden, whoop! And then it's like watching a movie where everything goes in reverse. It goes backwards. Zip. Right. The door zips, and you pull out, and all of a sudden, we're back to normal.
No, I understand exactly what you're saying. That's the closest that we get to knock on divinity.
Sure,
yeah. No, absolutely.
It is an amazing moment. Sometimes, even if you're having if you're having.
Is that why it feels so good?
Well, I mean, but some of the people like Jung and Freud and some of those guys in some of their writings and things, when they would talk about how the connections between sex and some of the ways they were figuring out,
how people think and how people operate.
They work with sex. Sex was a major part of a lot of what they wrote and stuff.
Yeah, there's a taboo in America about sex. Even people.
Well, I know.
Yeah. Now, I feel like a lot of people even may find that this topic that we're talking about a little salacious, but like I feel like we're kind of uptight in America, as adverse to different parts of the world where it's more free. Like me, I'm always for like open discussion. Because you get to learn things you didn't know, and you're not misinformed. If you're getting your information from the right place. But I personally, I'm very comfortable, around the opposite sex, because once again, like I'm not trying to get anything from a woman. I'm trying to give, I am trying to receive.
I receive knowledge.
Absolutely.
They laugh differently. They can, they have
and you
a different
need
way
that,
of approaching things.
You need that feminine energy around you.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed about that. I mean, we all have a little femininity in us.
No, absolutely.
And there's some girls that they can't just be, can't be doing that all the time. I think it's a great thing, and. But the way those guys would write about it, it's like, do not be scared of sexuality.
Yeah.
America,
I think
sometimes reflects back to its puritanical roots and stuff, and people have a little fear of all this stuff. Like,
I think the problem, for me, in my opinion, I think the problem lies, I was talking about this with a good buddy of mine today. The problem lies when you try to be a little bit too conservative, in some of your personal values. Sure. And like we're human beings. We are the height of civilization, but to an extent, we have animal nature in us.
It's all human nature, man.
So you have to express that energy.
You do. Well,
and if you don't, you don't want that trap because it's going to come out at some point. You want it to seep out, not explode.
Yeah, don't explodes, and you sometimes
unless you
be a rapist or something.
Oh yeah,
whatever it might be.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly.
I think a lot of it has to do with if you're down to earth and you're level about it, you take it the right way,
No, absolutely.
And it's important to be able to look at it seriously, but still enjoy it while you can. A lot of people abuse it, as we see. It's on the news all the time. Different things happening, and slave trades and all this. This and that. It's just underage stuff. It's uncalled for, man.
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely, if I had to swing an opinion, I would skew more towards the side of... Because, I see a lot of dudes that just don't approach women. They like girls, but they won't approach them, and I don't get it. And I know these dudes are probably going home and watching, all types of, porn sites and shit. But, there's no comparison to actually being with a real woman.
There's no comparison at all.
And, your body doesn't know. Like once once you blast off, like your body doesn't care. It's like, ugh, I'm fine. So to me, there's definitely a drawback to too much, physical, personal, solo eroticism. Like you need to be with a fucking woman, or if you're a woman, you need to be with a fucking man. Like to me, if I had to weigh in just thinking about it, I would definitely say that it hurts more than it fucking helps. But at the same time, like, you ever in the shower, you had a fucking bad day, you come home and you just blast off, you like, everything's fucking better now. It is definitely a tension releaser,
Oh, it takes the pressure off. It's the valve release on the steam the radiator.
And women don't fucking, when you a young fucking dude, when you first hit fucking puberty, like, once you start, like, you don't stop. Once you start masturbating, you don't fucking stop. Because, like, it's in you, like, so heavily. Like,
when you first start, also, it's like...
You don't know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing, so you're kind of, like, learning.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out, how long does this take before something happens?
You like, whoa.
I mean, I remember the first time, it was, like, bizarre. It was like, what the hell is it? Did I just break?
Exactly. Like, why does this shit not click? This doesn't look like the regular shit that comes out. You're a little scared. Yeah. Who do you tell?
You can't tell nobody, because you're not supposed to be running around with a heart on, pumping it off when you're fucking 12.
I remember the first time I had a nocturnal emission. Like, I'm having a dream.
It's about a wet dream?
Yes.
All right.
I'm having a wet dream. So I'm having this wet fucking dream, and I'm like, I'm going at it in the fucking dream. Then I fucking wake up and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, why is my pants wet? And I'm like, what the fuck?
Sometimes you have a wet dream that's so powerful.
That's a young man's game, though. Like, when you're young, dumb.
You can get that at any age.
No, I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying
when you're young, it's full of young man's dream.
Young, dumb, full of cum, as they say.
Yep. You're sitting around.
What are you about to say?
You go home from grammar school. You're thinking about the girl, Rosie, Julie, Marie, whatever it is, that you totally have the hots for. She's been winking at you all day. I mean, it's only natural to research it that way.
Yeah, because your brain's processing all of that shit. It's just too much, and you're not ready for none of that.
Well, here's the funny thing about it. On the other side, like, the girl has already been thinking about this 2 years before you hit this stage. You started, all of a sudden, you found out what a hard dick was about, right?
Yes, so that's crazy.
The energy that they're giving back to you could be
already mounted up.
Yeah, that's where your fuse is lit as a young boy. You start noticing she's rosy around the cheeks. She looks pretty in the sun.
Yeah.
You're seeing a little fuzz on her arms. You're like, you know that
you pay attention to all of that.
Yeah, and she's already 2 years ahead of you. Let's say 2-3 years. She's already sending out signals, and you're picking them up like beep beep beep. Beep, 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 beep,
No, absolutely.
You're picking up like,
Yeah, it's hard to be a young dude, man. Like, all of those, like, we got testosterone, we got all of that fucking shit going. And I'm not saying that it's definitely hard to be a young girl. They eat all of that shit. But damn, like, it's hard to be a young dude. You get this erection, sometimes you don't want it, the older you get, you like, yo, I'll take every erection I can get. I'll buy a few extra if I can.
Buying condoms like they're fucking candy bars.
Yeah. I remember I was dating this girl, and I went to see her. So this is college time, all her friends are smoking hot. I went to see her. I went to Virginia to fucking see her. All her friends are smoking hot. She's like, oh yeah, some of the friends, just come in the living room. So I have nothing on but my boxers. So I'm sitting there looking at all of these gorgeous girls. So I get an erection. It will not go away. 45 minutes.
Were you at some girl's house?
Yeah, I was staying. She went to college in Virginia.
That's a fucking funny story.
Yeah.
What do you really think about it?
I grabbed a pillow and I wanted to get up, but I'm like, I can't get up or they're going to see this massive fucking boner. So I had to literally wait until they all left.
That's wild.
Like, yeah, it's crazy. And it wouldn't go away. Like, it just wouldn't fucking go away.
Like, you were picking up their vibe, man.
Yeah.
They were sending out some fucking...
They were probably sending out,
There's some juju going on, man.
We're all young. Me and a girl I went to see, we had been fucking, like, at least 20... I just got down there that afternoon. So this is the next day. We had fucked, like, 7 times. Right. So all of that fucking energy is still in the fucking little dorm house.
What are you going to the fucking Olympics? 7 times?
I'm exaggerating, but
right, gotcha.
It might have been fucking 7 times. Like, for real. Like, I remember like getting there, taking my shit off. I wanted to take a shower. I'm in the shower. I'm doing my fucking thing. She hops in the fucking shower, and I'm just like, oh, we're about to have sex in the shower right now.
You told her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, that's our thoughts on the masturbation effect social interactions. This has been a way-in for everybody who made it to the end. Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me chime in. Let me say something real fast to cover our asses just in case. Look, we're unabashedly not embarrassed by what we talk about. We're just talking about it as two guys would be. We're brutally honest.
Everybody's thinking it.
Yeah, like us who we are, for who we are, and so what? If you don't enjoy it, we had a good time.
Yeah, we had a phenomenal time.
We love you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.